This video is just extra examples, so once you feel like you got it and you're ready to try some on your own, you don't have to keep watching. If we look at this problem, right, and follow our steps again, the first step, solve for one variable in one equation. So right away when I look at my first equation, step 1 is already done because y is by itself. The remaining expression that we're supposed to substitute in step 2, right, is this 4x plus 6. I'm supposed to substitute that into my other equation for whatever letter it's equal to. Well, it's equal to y, so I need to substitute that in for y. So once I'm done with step 2, I have the equation 4x plus 6 equals negative 5x minus 21. It says step 3, now solve that equation. Right? So the rest of this, again, is stuff that you've done before. It's not anything new. I just want to get x by itself. So to do that, I'm going to move the x's to the same side. Negative 5x is the smaller one, so I'm choosing to move that one, but I could go either way. And I have 9x plus 6 equals negative 21. If I subtract 6 from both sides, 9x equals negative 27. 27 is my favorite number. And when I divide by 9, I get that x is negative 3. Then I'm ready for step 4. Step 4 says now substitute that value into either one of the original equations. I'm going to go with the top one because the numbers are a little bit smaller. So I want to substitute negative 3 in for x in that equation to figure out what y is. Right? So I know y is 4x plus 6, but now I know that x is negative 3. So 4 times negative 3 plus 6 gives me what value for y? Well, that's negative 12 plus 6. That means y must equal negative 6. And our last step, step 5, right? Write the values from those two steps as an ordered pair, right? So x first and then y, negative 3 comma negative 6. And then I still need to check my work. So my check, if I go to both original equations, first y equals 4x plus 6, and then y equals negative 5x minus 21. If I put in negative 3 for x and negative 6 for y, does it make both of those statements true statements? So negative 6 equals 4 times negative 3 plus 6, right? I leave the negative 6 alone because I can't simplify that, but then I can either do this part in my head or I can use a calculator. Right? Negative 12 plus 6 ends up being negative 6. That's a true statement, so that one's right. Okay. And then the other one, if I put in negative 6 for y and negative 3 for x, that ends up being 15 minus 21. Right? So I get negative 6 equals negative 6 again, which is also true. That means I checked my answer. I'm sure it's correct. Right. Oh, I forgot to number. So this was step 4, and then writing my answer and my check was step 5. If we try those steps for one more problem together yet, again, if you feel like you got it now, you skip this last example and you go start the practice. The first equation already has y by itself, so step 1 is done. It says in step 2, substitute the resulting expression. So my expression I have that equals y is 3x plus 1. I need to substitute or replace the y in the other equation with 3x plus 1. So then I have 3x plus 1 equals x plus 3. The third step is to solve that equation for x. So get x by itself. The smaller amount of x's is the 1x over here, so I can subtract 1x from both sides. That gives me 2x plus 1 equals 3. And to finish getting x by itself, I would subtract 1 from both sides and divide by 2. Once I know what x is, I get to go back and substitute that value into my equation for x. I can pick either equation. To me, it looks like it's going to be easier to pick this second equation because x is almost by itself already. Right? So I'm going to put 1 in for x. So my fourth step, substitute that value, 1, for either one of those original equations so I can find the other one. So y equals x plus 3 is the equation I picked, and I know x is 1. And 1 plus 3 means that y equals 4. My last step, once I know what x and y are, is to write my answer as an ordered pair and to check my work. So my answer would be the 0.14. But is that the right answer? How can I be sure? And that's where that check comes in. I take both equations, y equals 3x plus 1 and y equals x plus 3, and I fill in the numbers I got for x and for y and make sure they're both true. So 4 equals 3 times 1 plus 1. Well, does 4 equal 3 times 1 plus 1? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4, so that one's true. And here, 4 equals 1 plus 3. Well, 1 plus 3 is 4, so I get 4 equals 4, which makes that one true, which tells me my answer was correct. So again, if you need extra help, stop on Google Meet, right, or email your teacher, but otherwise go ahead and try those practice problems.